I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. All right, we're driving the brand new, old, fully redesigned 2026 Mazda CX-5.
There's a lot of improvements, but there's also a lot of things that aren't so good about this thing.
We did a walk around, so I think the thing we should start first with is addressing the comments from the walk around, what you people wanted to hear and talk about.
So I'm gonna look up the top comments. Thank you guys for watching our walk around video. And looking at the top comments, I actually enjoy the command dial because it made Mazda unique having that. I can literally use it without taking my eyes off the road. Second most viewed comment, liked comment, getting rid of physical controls is a deal breaker for me. It's the wrong decision at the wrong time. Next one, bring back the rotary knob and replace that TV LOL. Last one, even the steering wheel buttons look cheap. I'll keep my 25 CX5 with actual buttons. Thank you very much.
All right, so they're saying that because Mazda got rid of the rotary dial. We have a big screen. We have no hard buttons for your climate or anything, no volume knob, different buttons on the steering wheel. It's kind of a miss.
It is definitely a miss in those aspects.
I'm having a difficult time enjoying myself behind the wheel, but from the outside they changed a bunch of stuff, which does look good. I don't think we've gotten any real negative comments from the looks.
Some here and there, but you know, looks are kind of polarizing. It's subjective. I don't personally love the new headlights. I actually prefer the old ones, but I think overall the car still looks great.
I think it's a good improvement. The last one just looked solid, but we're going to talk about a lot of differences, and then also the CX-50 compared to this. So boot up tsp.truecar.com on your desktop computer, set up 2 windows so you can decide which one you're going to look into once you're done this review.
The previous CX-5 was one of the top selling vehicles through our link on truecar.com. Yuri literally owns.
I have a 21 with the older infotainment, and like, I don't think I'm going to be switching. So we'll talk about it. Okay. Do you want to start with the looks?
Okay. The wheels, actually.
Okay, they're black.
They're black.
Top trim gets black. Lower trims don't get black, which is actually better.
Yeah, and I think they're undersized. They don't look good. I don't like the design, but the lower trims do look better with the wheels.
And what would be the Continental recommended tire for your CX-5?
That would be the Cross Contact LX25, or in winter, the Viking Contact 8.
Which is what I have on my Mazda, and it works perfect.
7s. Still good.
Viking Contacts is what I meant. We got this in Crystal Sol Red Metallic, obviously.
Thankfully, they didn't get rid of that. Thank you, Mazda.
There's a new blue color, and then, but it's kind of boring. They don't have cool colors like they do on the CX-9 and 90 and CX-70, which would have been sick.
Yep.
But yeah, nice normal body lines, nothing crazy, nothing super whatever. It's all good. The back is now blacked out at the back, gloss black. The fenders are gloss black, and the bottom is gloss black.
On the top trim.
Yeah, on the
lower trims, they're matte, which I actually think is better, especially because of the trunk area. When you're loading stuff in and out, I think you're gonna scratch the black area, so I don't love that.
And right now we only have a naturally aspirated motor, so I think once we get a, sorry, I'm turning off some things that are beeping. Once we get the new hybrid motor that's coming for this, then I think you'll get color-matched red fenders, rear bumper, and front end.
Really? That's your... Okay.
That's kind of how the rules of designing cars works.
So what are we driving? What kind of engine is this, Yuri?
Horsepower and torque!
187 horsepower, 185 pound-feet of torque from a 2.5-liter four-cylinder.
Don't close the video. Don't close the video. There's so much more to talk about. Don't just keep watching.
So they're launching it without a turbo, and they have told us there will be no turbo in this generation.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's definitely not fast. Okay.
We just left Legoland. We're in the clear.
Better than other competitive vehicles, I would say. The launch initiation is actually quite good. There's no weird lag. There's no CVT. It's a regular 6-speed, which is kind of weird to say in 2026. It's like, it's not an 8-speed, but you know, Mazda does that in their other trims, or sorry, other vehicles.
Not really a competitor, but the Crosstrek is notoriously too slow.
This is not.
This is not too slow.
That's right.
This feels okay.
I agree.
But I have a turbo 21.
Yeah, you're lacking here.
Yeah, I don't think I could give that up for this.
Yeah.
Okay, the exhaust tips.
Yeah.
Dual exhaust, listen to it from the outside, not the worst.
And a above those exhaust tips, the trunk opening, okay? They have improved a lot here. They've made it physically larger, so it's easier to get stuff in, and there's actually more space now.
This is the better part. So
Yes.
the good parts about this car compared to the old one, they made it longer by 4 inches or so you have 2 extra inches of trunk room.
Yep.
And 2 extra inches of room in the back seat. Bigger opening, and then the doors in the back open wider, like 90 degrees, and the entrance to get in is wider. And then also, if you fit a car seat in there, it's easier, and there's more room for a person on the passenger seat to sit in front, which is a tight squeeze in my Mazda.
Let me read the direct quote from Mazda. Whether it's adults over 6 feet tall who can more easily stretch out with ease, or school-age kids who can easily stow their backpacks without feeling cramped. So yes, I am 6'1.5", and I actually fit completely comfortably back there, thanks to those 4.5 extra inches of wheelbase through this whole thing.
Yeah, they actually did a great job on that, and apparently this is super safe. Always scores a good, which is the top one on the IIHS stuff. They haven't tested this one out yet because apparently the IIHS takes one from a dealership.
Yeah, they take a random car.
So then that gets tested. They're pretty stoked about that compared to their competition. And having a safe car that's easy to get in and out with room, I get that's what you'd want.
And the door openings are definitely an improvement.
Even like just the bottom part to get in.
Yes, yeah. Everything about that stuff, headroom and stuff, they have definitely improved that.
But I don't know if it's good enough to combat the stuff that we don't like.
And the seats, in my opinion, because I did not love previous CX-5 seats. I found them too firm. These are definitely softer, and I'm actually very comfortable in them.
All right, so moving in here, a couple things that I want to mention specifically that I do not like. You got a volume buttons on your steering wheel. You got a volume button on your screen
Infotainment,
on the right side for the passenger to use.
Yeah.
They're like, if you need to adjust it, adjust this. I had my steering wheel turned and I had to turn down the volume. Then I had to do this and crank it out. Bad.
And then
volume knob.
I've hit it in the middle of that button, and the volume just goes up. So if you miss just by enough, it doesn't register the correct input.
And then this whole panel moves, and then there's sensitivity settings to that. So unlike a RAV4 that pivots perfectly around that and has a little button in the middle, it's just bad ideas.
It's very close.
It's very close, but like so far.
Yes.
Okay, other thing, we have Google built in now. So they're like, all right, we got rid of the buttons. We expect you to use this all with voice. Hey, Google, play Sirius XM 90s on 9.
It worked. Our volume is just quite low. Oh, it's loading.
It looks like there's no connection, so I can't play it for you.
Okay, well, it did work before, and I guess now it's not working. So that's fun. And then when you have your music up, if you go back to your Google Maps, which is wired or wireless, then there's no quick button to get back to the music. You either got to click home and then that, or you click your little apps button and then you click Sirius XM. There's just not enough buttons to replace the hard buttons that are missing, and it's just not a good implementation of just a screen.
Yeah, and then climate control is built in, so there's this bar that lives there all the time, and which is, quite nice for what it is.
It works well enough.
Having physical buttons back, like a panel below that, would have been nice for sure.
Yeah, we met a subscriber at the airport lounge on the way here, and he said, Yuri, can you please Photoshop the climate control hard buttons from the old Mazda into this? So I will do that for you because you asked me to.
Yes, thank you guys for coming up to us. It's actually a pleasure meeting all of you guys. It's like, these are real people watching us. It's really cool.
Then we do have heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. You click this. Oops, I missed. Yeah, see, I missed. I missed while driving.
Yeah.
It's
you're trying to hit the layer
5,
above.
6 tries. I'm an adult.
And you've changed the climate to low.
See, that's just why this car is not good.
Yeah.
I can't live like this, and I couldn't have my wife trying to figure this out.
They're forcing you to use voice, which again, if you're in a low data zone, sometimes you cannot use voice for certain things.
Yeah, I think you could still because you can make ventilated seats work through there or whatever.
Yes,
but it's just like
if it has to send data back to the cloud.
I just don't want. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually I'm getting more and more mad as I drive this. Yeah. And then another thing, when you want to get your full climate up, you swipe up, right?
Yes.
And then your CarPlay doesn't work until you either click home or exit out, and it's just like. Yeah. And it does take a second, but for the most part, it's pretty fluid, and the built-in Google Maps does have satellite view, and it is fluid as well.
Yes, the stuff that you can move your finger around is not laggy at all, which is really nice, but some weird things that we also notice is the graphics. We think it's called anti-aliasing, where they don't smooth out the edges, so some of the graphics of the car look oddly not clear.
Resolutions aren't matched up perfectly. Hopefully they can over-the-air update this stuff and make it work.
But the actual resolution of like everything else is really good. So it's
Yeah.
just something they haven't clicked on correctly.
Like
or
resolution
something.
of the 360 camera, which you can only get on the top trim, and this gigantic screen, which you only get on the top trim, and then DRLs that light up while driving, that only you get on the top trim,
And this massive moonroof only on the top trim.
which is a lot of stuff to only the top trim, which makes you kind of be forced into only the top trim,
Yes.
only the top trim, only Jacob's turn to drive. I'm gonna find a spot to park here in Carlsbad.
All right, let's go to Gonzo, whatever that is.
Well, maybe we'll go to Legoland once it opens. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, they replaced the Mazda emblem on the back with Mazda writing logo on the back, and that actually looks pretty sick.
Okay, Yuri, so I'm in the driver's seat.
Go to your seat preset.
I
Push the button.
just looked over there for my seat presets, and I know they're not there, so I have to hit the vehicle button, driving position, and then adjust my driving position. So now I'm going to adjust it to where I want it and set my mirrors relatively appropriately. And now I would like to save that to 2. Save.
But you can't do that while driving.
And now everything looks like it's grayed out, and then I click here and it's not. So you can also link it to your key, which is quite nice. Not perfect, but quite nice. Launch! It's definitely not fast, but I would say it's adequate.
Hey, put it in adaptive cruise. We have that now with eye tracking, and it actually works. Push that button.
Here, set. There we go. Why didn't? Oh, I have traction control off for that launch. Let me turn that back on. Set. There we go.
Yeah, take
Okay.
your hands off, see?
Hang on. I'll increase the speed. Oh, and it does the lane keep as well at the same
Yeah,
time. And
so
I see like a little radar thing of, in my head-up display as well.
So clicking that button wasn't that bad on the right side of the steering wheel?
No, because like it differentiates enough here,
Yeah.
but the volume for like this, the My Drive stuff, and the
Why isn't
volume.
This is your mute button then.
Well, it's not mute. It's pause.
Wouldn't that be also mute?
No.
Okay, and then we have some gloss buttons at the bottom that'll go through your gauge cluster and change what's shown there.
Oh, by the way, it's a BMW gauge cluster.
Except for that the speed isn't
yeah.
on the right, the fuel is on the right.
Yeah.
So the speed is only in the middle or on the side. And then you do have cameras that'll look for street signs and show that, but it doesn't have like the dial like the old one with the red line that would show you how much farther you're going past the speed limit.
Yeah. But yeah, that stuff actually works well, like lane keep assist and all that. And apparently I think it does auto lane changes, but I think all of this stuff is also only on the top trim. But I think you can only do the lane changes above like 70 kilometers per hour or something like that. And then this one being the top trim gets paddle shifters. The trims below do not get paddle shifters. So again, if you want paddles for some reason to control this like 6-speed, so let me just put in manual, downshift, you need to have the top trim. That wouldn't be a reason I get the top trim, but the other stuff probably would be.
360 camera.
So I'm gonna happily tell you guys that Mazda has not ruined the driving dynamics of this vehicle. It still drives excellently. The suspension's really, really nice. The steering's also very nice. None of that stuff has been screwed up.
Yeah, and with the comfier seats.
Yeah,
Seating
this is a
position's good.
great driving vehicle as it previously was. But with the seat comfort, I think it's definitely been improved now.
Only forward and back lumbar still, which kind of lame.
Yeah.
But this materials on the inside are really nice. We have a lighter headliner, which I love.
Yeah, the thing I found weird is that it doesn't match any other color in the interior. So it's like you have 3 colors in the interior now.
But this light interior is also on the lower trim that has a lighter at the top and then darker at the bottom, so you can still have a light, airy interior without everything being dark and your kids ruining white interiors.
And that one matches the
This
roof
too.
line. Yeah,
All
the
right,
headliner.
let's check the visors.
Oh,
3,
Mazda.
2, 1.
Fail
Even though the
extension.
CX-70 passed, and then also your heated steering wheel doesn't heat at the top or bottom, which my wife hates about her CX-5, so that also sucks here still.
Yeah, it only heats the left and right sides. Cup holders, they look like they're totally fine, and
Yeah,
they're
and
forward
they're
of the
front
shifter.
Yeah, so you don't
which
have
is
to
good.
zoot your wrist. And then back here is the wireless charger, which heats up your phone nice.
Yep. And I don't love the split fold because you have to like get both fingers to open both sides. Like otherwise you have to open one and then the other.
But the materials in here, they're nice, normal Mazda. Everything looks nice, feels like above Honda or around Acura kind of.
Mostly agree, however, partially disagree. The window switches, for some reason, they feel really cheap because you can't fully depress the button.
They feel electronic.
Yes, like it's like a half press that does it. It's weird.
Yeah,
It works, it's just weird.
It's more electronic than like traditional button feeling.
Yes. Oh, and I think I saw a comment about the actual steering wheel. You know what this looks
Yes,
like? It looks like a go-kart because of the
go-kart
massive airbag thing.
Yeah, I
and
thought
that
it
person was
looked
100% correct.
I thought it looked like Jaguar, but yeah.
It's a go-kart.
When you were a kid and you'd smash your face.
Yeah,
like
yeah, this is it.
The crappy go-kart places.
Yeah, because they didn't have an airbag. It was just like a soft thing there. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Shout out you guys for comments. Like a lot of the time, you're very accurate.
Fantastic comments for our walk-around video.
Yes.
What other cool stuff do we have here?
I think that's pretty much it, Yuri.
All right. And if we pop the hood, do we have a dipstick?
Absolutely we do.
And what would be the TotalEnergies recommended oil for your CX-5?
That would be the Quartz Ineo XEC5 0W20.
And you know me, I got a CX-5. Whenever I take it for an oil change, I bring my own TotalEnergies oil for them to put in there and make sure that warranty is nice and up to date. The only other thing is if you get the smaller screen on every other one of them,
Yes.
the resolution is very high. They kind of just shrunk everything down so the buttons feel even smaller and harder to hit.
Can we take a moment to appreciate these waves in Southern California? Look at this. If you can film that out the window, this is gorgeous. I can't believe people actually like live like this every day. Shout out Doug DeMuro in San Diego.
r/you don't surf.
That's so cool. Okay, but back to what you were saying. I actually forget what it was, but it was on point.
The buttons are smaller.
They are definitely smaller, and it's like they just didn't account for the resolution change.
Taycan used to do that, and then they fixed it with over-the-air updates in the model year, I think.
Yeah, so hopefully they do fix that, because I wanted to like the smaller screen. I'm like, oh, they're going to do this massive screen, but they offer a smaller one, but it's actually not better than this one because of the size of the buttons.
Okay, and then here's the best part about Mazda right now, before we get to the price.
The driving dynamics?
If you hate all the stuff that they did for changes, the CX-50 is literally on sale at the same time as this. It has the rotary dial, all the old stuff, and is very similar to the CX-5.
And it's even more similar now because this one has grown in size.
Yeah, so, and then you can get the Toyota hybrid where this is going to get a Mazda hybrid, and you can also get a normal motor. So, like, I think right now we're going to see who buys more. Like, is it going to be new buyers buying this because the old buyers want the rotary dial? Are the old buyers going to buy CX-50? And then we'll find out which direction. I think in 6 years, Mazda will have to split.
I agree.
I don't like this direction. I think I prefer they stick with the rotary dial direction, but everyone went big screens. Nobody has a rotary dial anymore, so they're probably like, we've got to change with the time to make more money. So, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, and I think this car was basically designed by a focus group, at least the interior. So I think they're out with the old Jinbai Tai stuff that they always, one with rider is what they always used to say. So I think it's now focus group Itai is what I'm going to call it, because people want these screens. That's what people say, right? But then all these companies are now clamoring back and reintroducing hard buttons, and Mazda's caught in this hard place where they just introduced this and they don't have hard buttons. It's weird.
Yeah, I hope they scrap this. But before we get any further, let's get to the price.
Okay, so the bottom trim starts at $36,300
Canadian.
or $29,990 American buckaroos, and it goes all the way up to $46,700 Canadian for the top trim GT Premium, or $38,990 USD for the S Premium Plus. So like you said, if you're shopping for this, or you wanted one of these, but now seeing the touchscreen you don't want one, you can get a CX-50, hit up TrueCar.com, or you can get some of the alternatives because they actually have some competitors here. You can see some of those interiors, what they've done, maybe better or worse than this car.
I feel like RAV4 is the...
I think currently it might be the sweet spot, even though when we did the comparison, I picked the CRV. I do think the RAV4 offers quite a bit of value there.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and see you on the next one. Let us know, comments below.
Yes, comments.
Is Mazda dead to you?
Or the CX-5 dead to you?
Yeah, are you a CX-50 person now? Not in Canada, because tariffs and bringing them up is not going to be possible.
That's true.
I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we just went for a drive.
Watch this other competitor's vehicle. Maybe it's the CRV and the RAV4.